Hey, welcome back to another Ab Late Show with the hockey coach, Coach Franchi, directly for the beautiful country Ontario on amazing great Sunday night, April 2025. Happy Easter for all of you. Hopefully, an amazing great time with your family, your friends. What a day of hockey. It's not over yet. We're going to talk about Montreal Canadiens, but we still have a third game on the program between the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knight. At the beginning, I thought to do that game, and then I decided, you know what, this is the last time we can preview the series between the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals. And I said, you know what, I think it'll be good if I can tell you the reason why possible the Montreal Canadiens can beat the Washington Capitals. I'm going to show to you a couple of different picture, different system, the number what they accomplished this season on different ways. And finally, of course, we're going to talk about a little bit what happened on the weekend. Already 4 game um, done in the NHL playoff 2025. And what we learned so far after 1 game on different series, what could happen for the rest of the series first round. And this is the best time to watching hockey. Every day we have at least a minimum 2, 3 games per day. And if you are like me, someone love the game, but I'm sure you are right now enjoy what's going on around the NHL. So we're going to talk about all different things who can make an impact for the Montreal Canadiens. So stay with me for the next 60 minutes. And at the end, I'm going to do a clash. Yes, normally I have enough time, Devin and Marco, but right now is a family time for all of them. So I did not want to invite anyone. I want to little bit take my time to talk with all of you and only say please to subscribe or click on the like or become a member of the Hockey Nation App Nation. We're right now on the top of the top to follow everything in NHL. We're going to be back tomorrow with the Montreal Canadiens and Washington Capitals. Tuesday night, we're going to present a double header. And all week, when the Montreal are not play, we're going to consider to present our different game and the first round in NHL. So this is the place to be. Like I said, beside me, you can see Monday, Montreal, Washington, Tuesday, NHL game. We crossed now 9,280 likes. I did not get the last update. So, guys, this is growing properly the right way. And we want to thank all of you to be a part of the Ab Nation and the Hockey Nation. So, thanks to be a part of the show. A lot of people knocked the door. Larry Lavalley, Steve G, Pete Martin, Carlos, welcome back. Ovidio with Maria. Billy is in the house. And we have LDP, Gary. Welcome back. Like I mentioned, Epic was with us at the beginning. We want also to thank Nicolas de Goubi-Bono is with us tonight. And finally, we have Miss or Mr. Charlemagne become a member of the Hockey Nation show. So thanks, everybody. That's the way to grow the channel. It get better and better. So thanks, everybody. And Pete Martin locked the door tonight. So this is the place to be, and we want to thank all of you to be a part of the show tonight.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to talk about everything and Oh my God. I was on mute. Can you believe it? For some reason, the software, when I change the graphic, I move left and right, I mute everything. So I apologize. I said nothing. I just said Colorado's going to win the Stanley Cup. That's it. The rest I was talking again, the Montreal Canadiens. No, just kidding. I talk about the weekend, so my God. I really apologize. It's not happened a lot, but it's happened the last couple of days. I don't know. I need to do an update on the software. They mute me. Um, because when I do the game on the radio, I mute my mic. So anyway, I apologize for everybody. So I wake up everyone. Look like coach talked for 5 minutes for absolutely nothing. So what happening? I was just the review of the weekend. I was impressed by the performance of Colorado Avalanche. I was impressed by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Um, not, Winnipeg need to play better. The Blues could maybe split the first 1-1, but and the Canes and the Devils, the Canes are completely destroyed the Devils, to in my opinion. Colorado looking great at the end of the day. Now we have a series between the Vegas Golden Knight and the Minnesota Wild. Uh, but we'll see. I don't see a lot of chance for the Minnesota Wild. So I'm not going to talk everything I just mentioned because I was really deep. But hopefully you understand. I apologize, everybody. Thanks to be a part of the show. And don't forget to click on the likes. Look like now we are back normal. Wise word, coach, about Colorado and Guy. It's all right, coach. I apologize for that. For night, I will have a no problem. Coach, you look happy. I was happy. I was talking about the Montreal Canadiens a little bit. So you cannot hear you, coach. I know. I cannot hear all of you, by the way. If Enarta was here or Luciano, he will text me. Enarta. Enarta is not us. So we take a moment, guys, to Guy super chat $5, guys. Guy did it, guys. Super chat, the first super chat of the weekend by Guy. Thank you, Guy. Guy, thank you for the super chat tonight. I appreciate a lot to do that at the Hockey Nation show. Thanks again. I just want you guys to stop for 1 minute, and I know you did not hear me, but I just want to mention prayer and thought for NRTAP for we did not see him for the last 10 days, and his family struggling with some kind of health. So I just want to be sure. NRTAP is fine. It's just his parents. So we wish the best for NRTAP. We'll see what's happening. Larry Lavalley, guys, a super chat number 2 of the night. Larry Lavalley scored a $20 super chat, guys. Unbelievable. Thank you. Larry Lavalley scored the second goal tonight. Thanks so much for that one, Mr. Larry Lavalley. Larry has been with me all day long, guys. It's right now 9:21 here in Tehran. I start the show at 2 o'clock a.m. Since 2 o'clock a.m., I'm on the mic or I'm just working on this game of the playoffs. So that's good. I love it. I love it. Larry Lavalley, thanks so much for that one. Guy, Billy, Pete Martin, Ron with Kings, Willie, also RJ Calabro. I maybe give my phone number to Ron the next time so he can text me. It's happening, so at least someone can tell me about that. Yeah, prayer for an top is one that'd be great. So let's move on, guys, on the next subject on that one. Don't forget, guys, to the NHL Bracket Challenge. You can join our league. I just want to give you the league you can do about that. And then I want to mention one more thing. The final is Monday night at 7 p.m. So we have until the next today, 24 more hours or less, 24 hours to sign up for the bracket challenge. We have approximately 15. I did not sign up yet. I was waiting for the weekend, maybe cheat a little bit. And then I'm going to make my final decision on my bracket out tomorrow. So hopefully, said Alex back in the house tonight. Thanks to be with us tonight. Steve McNair is in the house. Welcome back, all of you. Casey knocked the door. Everybody, don't forget, please click on the likes. So I want to give you a little bit more information, guys. The Montreal Canadiens for the last couple of years, Some people believe sin with Martin and Marc Bergevin, that team was on rebuilding, rebuild. I don't see that way. Like rebuild for me is completely start from scratch. I think Bergevin was trying to retool the team, and after the playoff 2021, the last time we participate, but you lost after that. First of all, you lost Carey Price, Shea Weber, and they trade, veterans like Eric Saul never come back. Corey Perry left for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I go all the way like that, right? And then Dominic Cham did not good start when he came back for that playoff. And they fired Dominic Cham, they fired Marc Bergevin, and they hired Jeff Gordon and Ken Hughes, Martin St. Louis. And that team and that management decided to rebuild completely that team with the positivity of the owners to accept that from Josh Molson. The fans was behind that. They was not sure at the beginning. Then they accept the situation, and they've been patient. And all the time we gave them their support for the last 3 years, guys. But now they pay off. They pay off for the playoff 2024, 2025 in NHL. So, but during the time also, they with at the end of Marc Bergevin, Bergevin draft Caulfield, example, he draft Coley, Mayu, Tobesh. I can go a little bit more. He made a trade for Nick. Matt Elliott, $20, guys. You rock and roll at the end of the Eastern Day. Mark Elliott. Thank you, both of you, Mark. Mark Elliott scored a goal for the Montreal Canadiens and the Ab Nation tonight on the Ab Late Show, guys. Thanks so much for Mark to do that with Larry Lavalley and Mr. Gee. Did all the super chat tonight so far. So thank you part of the show. Every time I'm talking now, I'll check my mic if it's working. Can you believe it? I did my mistakes. Look like a rookie mistake. See, we always make mistakes. That's part of life. And you learn from those mistakes to become better. And I appreciate all of you to be with me tonight. Don't forget, please, to click on the like. So let's go back. Finally, the accumulate asset, the draft players, blah, 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 can go away. And finally, they pay off. Not the Montreal Canadiens are in the playoff, but now the Laval Rocket are in the playoff in American Hockey League, but also they win the McGregor Kilpatrick Trophy. What is about this? It's like the President Trophy in the NHL. So they finished number one team with 101 points. And to be the top team in the American Hockey League, now they have a bye at the beginning of the playoffs. So they're not going to play before the next 10 days, I believe. But we have to give credit for the Rocket, Laval Rocket, and the head coach, Pascal Vincent. Now, Vincent have a contract a couple of years with the Montreal Canadiens. Now, Anaheim lost their coach. Rangers fired Laviolette. Philadelphia are maybe looking for a coach. Boston are maybe looking for the coach. They are on interim right now. So what happening? Can Pascal Vincent become a head coach in NHL? We'll see. But back to the Laval Rocket, guys. I don't want to go deep about this because you want to talk about Washington, but I just want to mention to you guys that probably the most improvement of the year is Florent Jacquet. Florent Jacquet blew my mind. I was expecting him to be, a good year, playing on the four line. And Jacquet jumping for the four line to the third line, play on the PK constantly, play unit number 2 power play. He took advantage of different injuries for the Laval Rocket because there was many. Example, they lost RHP, they lost Gignac. So at the end of the day, Jacquet is the most improvement player inside of the organization of the Montreal Canadiens. I don't think he will be ready for next year. But when you have a guy 6'4", he can play on both sides of the game, and he's so good. T. Nagador. I will finish my subject about Laval, then I'll go to the super chat from Miles T from Florida. Thanks so much, Miles, to be a part of the show tonight. Jacquet is amazing. Honestly, I really like what he played. You have Jared Davidson, my underdog players for me. Owen Beck overall have a good year. for the line of Sean Farrell, guys, after Jeka is my second improvement player for the Montreal Canadiens. Farrell have an amazing, great second half of the year. Barry Boulet has 63 points, I believe, with the Laval Rocket. Then you have Dauphin, have a great year also, a veteran, another player for the Montreal, for the Laval Rocket. And I can go all the way like that, guys. But Montreal Canadiens could get at least for the team they have, Fuller in the future, Mayu, Rebacker on the defenseman. On the forward, Jeka is really for me. I'm interested to know more. Owen Beck, I think, will be number two. I did not talk about Joshua Roy. We know what happened with Joshua Roy. Um, Unfortunately for Farrell and um, small players, I'm not sure it would be with Montreal. Maybe he can play NHL. The other player can play NHL. But disappointed for me, Davidson. Disappointed for me is really Riley Kidney for the Laval Rocket. He did not do anything for the 2 years. Now, some people talk about Major. I'm not going to blame Major. Major was hurt twice during the season. So, congratulations for Laval Rocket. We're going to follow them for sure. And we have Super Chat number 4. Thank you, Mile. Mr. Mile, a young man in Florida. And we talk about, as I was coaching in hockey, whenever I was coaching double A, triple A, or junior, I always tell them, guys, give back. People coach you, people, what you learn in hockey, you can give back to your youngest players later in your life. And mine is one of them is coaching and now triple double A assistant coach. Have another guys, me and Matthew Weir in Palm Beach, teaching very well now, private lesson, everything like that. So I'm really proud of them. They gave back. And this is all about, this is what we should do anyway. If you've been around in hockey as a coach or player, so before that. Guy, Billy, everything, Peter Martin, and Peter August. Happy Easter, Larry Lavalley for everybody. Thanks so much. Mark Elliott, just with an Alta family. Thanks so much about that. So that's happening, guys. I want to jump in now. What you're looking for is honestly the Montreal travel to Washington roster. We know yesterday Gallagher was missing or left the building early. But for what we heard today, so far, and no chance the roster from Montreal again. Now, is a playoff, guys? Everything could change from today, tonight, until tomorrow. But don't expect any chance from the Montreal Canadiens. I'm talking about the roster. Expect Montembeau between the pipe. Jekai, Kapanen, Pesada, L3 scratch from the Montreal Canadiens. The line should be Eneman, Evans, Armia, Gallagher, Anderson, Devorak, Laney, Demidov, and New Hook. Finally, Slakowski with Caulfield and Suzuki. Now, if you look about the power play they practiced today, Dimitar was still on the second wave on unit number 2, but they put also Armia. So possible they cut the time of Suzuki on the power play number 2 on that part over there. So could be Armia on one side with Demidov, Madison, Gallagher, and New Hook on unit number 2. And number 1 does not change. Laney, Hudson, Azuski, Caulfield, and Sakoski. So this is the last thing I know right now. Like I said, something could change about that. Coach, you just named 5 guys who could make it the AB and the 2 seasons. Some veteran must go. Who? Well, David Sava will be out. But we talk about next year, okay, Bear? Anderson, Devorak, Armia, Gallagher. That's 5 right there. After that, don't be surprised they trade New Hook or Dak the next 2 years. Lenny would be out also. So that gives you 7 spots to pick it up there of the 12 players they have right now. So you're going to have a lot of chance for the next year for the Montreal Canadiens. We'll see. But that's give you an idea what happening. Now you're asking me who's going to pick up there. Too many. It's too hard. But Florent Jacquet is one of them for sure. Owen Beck or Kapanen. I see one of the 2 in the Montreal Canadiens. Michael Edge will not be ready on that year. Maybe Edge would take him 3 years, I believe. Fuller will be there the next 2 years. for the Montreal Canadiens. I didn't mention Madison and Montembeau yet. It's all about the development. Now, Ray Baker is over Mayu right now. I didn't mention Engstrom at my first thing. I talked about the Laval Rocket, but it could be an asset. Some of them are going to be a good asset to make a trade for the Montreal Canadiens with the first round pick they have. So that gives you an idea, guys. The life or the future of Montreal Canadiens is bright. Expect that Fuller the next 2 years for that one over there. We need to trade for the second center. Yes, at some point, we need Jacky, Coach Hudson play better with Jacky. Divida will be targeting. I don't think so, Pete. Hudson, Jacky does not play together, by the way. Jacky play with Hudson play with Coley about that. Now, when I said that, I don't expect Jacky until they need him if the physicality are kept on. Expect one night, guys, the Washington going to run after Montreal Canadiens. Zuheim, Pierre Dubois, you're going to get that Wilson on that one. They're going to fall check. They're going to be hard, the physical. So the first storm of the first play, guys, Montreal Canadiens can keep the Washington 1-0 example or 0-0 or tie after 20 minutes. That would be good. And then after that, the momentum is not going to change. But a team like the Capitals is not going to play like this all the way. Zuheim at the four line also. But this is going to happening at the beginning. Every other player you listed, Perry, but who replace Anderson, other are replaceable. But what happening, Perry? Frank Jacquet will be one of them as a center, but you know about the wanker. The not top guys, Tyler Thorpe, 6'5". I expect they're going to draft this year a 6'5", 6'4" winger like Lyndon Lenkovic. I don't know if he'll be ready in the next 2-3 years, but they're going to be fine at that moment. And you're going to have some trade and to go there. If you think about this guy, Josh Anderson will be 33 years old at that time. Can they keep him? Possible. But they cannot keep him at 15 goals only at $6 million, $5.5 million. So I would prefer to have a younger winger over Anderson, I believe. We have a great start at coaching. Alex P. A great Guy Laney. Montreal has basically played the best 10 game without Jacky. The most certainly don't need him at the lineup. The record is 7-1-2. Austin was better. No, XGK does not have to be on the ice as much as the presence Coach Pete. We have a lot of third, fourth line prospect in Laval, but so far top 6 players. Mark, yeah, maybe Jacky Pose will. Absolutely will dress Jacky Pete Martin. I will not dress Jacky yet, me, until the Montreal field are not looking good. Jacky make too many mistakes. Jacky create penalty. Um, at the end of the day, who do you remove on the lineup? Right? Do you prefer to have a guy like Jacky for physicality, but he make you 4 or 5 big mistake? That's you're not looking for, in my opinion. When he said he will flip the switch to bring this beer, what are you feeling about that attitude, the beer? I don't like it. I don't like it. And because you cannot switch, this is, I don't want to say this way. I coach hockey, guys, and I will send my, it's like, take this example, guys. You practice in hockey, right? Monday to Thursday, example, or Tuesday to Thursday, right? And then you play Friday, Saturday. Now you're going to tell me Friday night they're going to play, they're going to turn the switch on. No, you win your game during the Monday to Friday, during the practice. That's how you prepare your game. That's how you win your game. You're not going to turn your switch and Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, guys. You turn your switch at the practice. Lenny should turn his switch when he come back from his injury. For me, I don't accept that kind of attitude. I'm going to turn the switch now, playoff. But we play 82 game, buddy. Where are you? That's my opinion about that one over there. We need second next year. We'll be fine one, Larry. Perry, Maka, you hit the nail on the. Salut, Pizza. You need the nail. We need another top six talent. Yes, Cheka would be good, but you need more experience. Need to pick up the. I'm great about that. Marla. Billy is Mezal not looking like he played Ben out, and that's something to be a narrative. Yeah. Injury after injury. Not looking good, Billy. When I was Jekai make a 46 mistake and never easy to pick up on him. Don't say that Aber Valuk would be in the playoff one day. Well, it's payoff time. Yeah, maybe later. But constantly, guys, Jekai, constantly check his first pass behind the player and the skate. Check the pass for Lane Hudson. Straight on the tape to tape. Right there. Jekai lose a lot of battle in the corner. On the 1 versus 1, Jekai is get beat constantly. Jekai on defensive zone coverage, not great. Finally, decision making of Jekai is not great. Put this all together, that's the reason he's on now on the bench and held to scratch. And plus, minor penalty behind that. So right now, he's not ready to play in the playoff. Can he become an utility player at some point during the playoff? Yes, possible. If Montreal trail 2-0 or they feel like they need more physicality, they maybe bring him. But don't expect Jakai to play 20 minutes when he's going to be back. It's going to be like another Michael Peseta, a 5-6 minute on the game, third pairing. How do you go to remove? I have no clue. Is this trouble? Is this Savard? I don't know. But this happening there. Said that, and I say his career is over. It's like everybody else. He's going to through that. He's going to improve. He's going to learn to find a way to go through adversity and become better. If Jakai play with a simple game, that would be good. But Jakai get removed when he play as 7 defensemen. He tried to kill the guy on the blue line. He crossed completely from one side to other side. Nothing against him. It's just an experience about Jakai. Dress at Jakai and treat that close behind the bench and have him share the cap bench. I totally understand your view, coach. You're great. Oh, Pete, it's just my. I feel that one. We have a new subscriber, guys. Jean Coulerier. Bienvenue dans la maison du Hockey Nation Show, guys. This is what we do every single night. We try to bring the best of the best.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate a lot. Connor von Winnipeg is the top sniper in NHL at St. Louis. Throw everything he had at the Jet, but Jet answered the ball. Jet looking good. Yeah, Pete, the Blues are the Jet looking good for sure about that. I just don't give up on the Blues yet. Thanks for all the likes we got so far. Thank you since together. So we give you a little bit more the roster. If you have any question, when we do the show's called the Habs Late Show. We don't have a lot of template around. But I want to give you my biggest subject of the night. Then we get a little bit more deeper. I apologize if I don't answer all your questions. When I'm alone, I check on the camera. I don't check my mic. I should check my mic sometime. But I learned to be mute at some point. Coach, I will remove a forward and add the guy who you would tell me. You cannot play a 7 defenseman. They don't like it. It's not good. It's not good. You see, P, I'll give you an example of that. P, you want to get Jakai. Why do you want Jakai? Why all of you want Jakai? Are you really concerned about the Wilson's going to beat everybody? We focus on something we are not in control. Why not to focus inside of our own team and to play a game to let the Capitals run after us? They know Montreal Canadiens. They expect the physicality of the forechecking of the Washington Capitals. But at the end, Jekai is not going to answer to all of you. Jekai can fight only one time. Do you think Wilson will answer to him? Not allowed. Not allowed. Now they can use Mikhail Kura, the defenseman, right? Now he's in the lineup, maybe looking for Jekai. But now Wilson's going to fight with Jekai. Zoin will maybe try to get there, but Zoin, I'm not sure he's going to fight Jekai. So you focus on the wrong things. You focus on maybe it will never happen. So you use who? Not worth it for me. Be focus on what we can do here as a team together. Coach is true. It's hard to find a fighter who is also disciplined defenseman. On hold is Bennington. Sound like it's been around for over. I think it's 29, but I could be wrong there. 1-0, the Golden Knight, first period. I would be surprised, me, Winnipeg, and I can go the way, guys. So you talk about this, I'll be back. So this is the one. Now, let's go right there, the preview of the Montreal Canadiens by number and by system. This is going to be a little bit different, guys. I never do this a lot, but I'll give you an idea why, how they can beat the Washington Capitals. And so with me, Dan Ashton, welcome back. You don't have to fight president of our main team. It will not take liberty on the smaller Montreal player. Ashton will get that pound. I'm telling you right now, Lenas is not going to get pound at all. You see, again, we expect something. But if it's not happen, what happened? How many times Ashton get killed this year in NHL? How many times he get hit in 82 games? 3 times per game, 2 times per game, 1 time per game, or 0 time? Again, we focus on what? Only you believe the Capitals. The Capitals will try to put the puck in the net. That's going to do. So to react at that, the defenseman Hudson, Madison, Coley, Strubble, we have players can respond to the physicality of the Capital. We have Strubble, we have Coley, we have Anderson. It can step up and respond to the physicality. Some players for the Montreal can hit. Savard can hit in the corner. Aber have no impact at all. I'm telling you again, I'm going to repeat to you. They have no impact at all for the Montreal Canadiens right now. No impact at all. I'm going to repeat again. Jacka had no impact at all. If you have an impact, he will play already the last 10 games. Why he did not play? I'll give you an example. All right? Did the Toronto dress up tonight, Ryan Reeves? Ottawa was supposed to be a physical team with Brady Tkachuk. All the Toronto said, wait a minute. Tkachuk is there. We're going to use now. We're going to dress up Ryan Reeves. In case Tkachuk hit the young player for the Ottawa Senators, he did not hit at all. This is what that's what you have to realize that. All right, let's jump in on the next one before we lose everybody. Here the number, guys, you have to learn about that. The Montreal Canadiens by number. Matchup, Washington win 2 of the 3 games. Montreal power play is 20.1, Washington at 23.6 versus Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens end the season, by the way. 80.9 Montreal and Washington is 82.0. When you look about the special team, it's not bad at all. Washington, the power play is approximately 11 in NHL. The Montreal is 21st. The PK a little bit better for the Montreal Canadiens, and the Washington on the top 5 on the PK. The face-off, Montreal lead 50.8 versus 50.2. Goal 4, Montreal has 2.96. Washington is at 3.49. Montreal at 3.18. A goal again, and Washington 2.79. Now, send the foundation break. The Montreal Canadiens have a better winning percentage at the Washington Capitals. Now, Washington Capitals, the last 10 games, they are focusing on 2 things. Alex Ovechkin beat the record of Wayne Gretzky, and then after that, they was put the player on the out of the lineup to be ready for the playoff. Now, the Washington have Thompson, expect him to return. Prodas, no words yet. This is the 2 players they are missing right now. They have a good year for the Washington Capitals this season. So you talk about the number. The Washington are excellent at 5 versus 5 versus the Montreal Canadiens, one the not really good at 5 versus 5. So that's happening there. We're going to see in the chat about that. That number are close. Rand Rays cannot skate. Not same thing, coach. No. You don't have to skate, guys, to pick up to fight. You don't have to skate. At the face-off, you tell them, drop your glove because I'm going to drop my glove, buddy. So don't tell me you have to skate. It's not about skating. You want to have a player to have a physical impact at the game. That's what you want to do. You want Jacky right now to be in the lineup to play 16 minutes, 15 minutes over trouble. I'm telling you now, I'm going to repeat again. Albert Jacky is not going to have any impact on the Montreal Canadiens win or not. It's you're focusing on something the Washington does not do it. A force-seeking team is not fighting. A force-seeking team is hit you behind the goal line. What do you think Jacky is going to do? Nothing. Anybody's going to do anything. It's a force-seeking team. I don't know why you expect that. Here we go. Move on after the next one of that. Now, here the system of Montreal and Washington system. Montreal playing offensive 1-2-2. The Montreal defense, high defense is a man-to-man. So when the puck go at the top, they play man-to-man Montreal again. So sometimes you can see Madison, Cooley, whatever it is. Low defense when the puck go back at the bottom below the top circle example or at the dots. Montreal play a man-to-man one plus box. One plus box, I apologize. All right, they build an hybrid. Washington offensive play a 2-1-2. Montreal play a 1-2-2. The Washington defense play a 1-2-2, and they play also a one plus box. This is the system of the both team constantly during the season. They apply about that one there. The number are very close. RJ, welcome back. Very. So, just going back to you, list of the guy who would be gone in 2 years. If Edge, Thorpe, Florent are in the replacement, does that mean we have 5 years away from the cup? Very close. Yeah. Very close about that, Perry. Here we go. Now, I want to show to you guys it's one picture. This is Montreal Canadiens play an hybrid system man-to-man. So what happening, guys? The Montreal Canadiens are now checking the man-to-man. Each one of them. Where's the puck? The puck is at the blue line. So the problem with that part, sometimes you have confusion when they switch. So the Washington could take advantage of that if they confuse everyone. But great is a great situation for Montreal Canadiens if they play a man-to-man system. Watch this tomorrow. It could happen for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on. Now, we play a box plus one. For the Montreal Canadiens, this is called a box plus one. So what happening, guys? If the defenseman chasing a guy on the corner right now, like Eskinen, but now Montreal Canadiens are going to use the Devorak to become the defenseman in front of the net. Example, Dallas was the picture with the Pavelski example. This is called a system box plus one. So you can see the puck is below the dots, and the system now become man-to-man to a box plus one low. Now, Montreal Canadiens get cut often commitment about that. So I want to show that one there, what you're talking about. But sometimes, guys, the Montreal play on the offensive side, they use the 5+ together to move inside the zone. But what happening with that part sometimes, guys, not that one, but what happening here is right now, they commit themselves. So Hudson go down, and now you open up, and sometimes the defensemen go down to on the ball on the far side, but you have nobody at the blue line. So Montreal Canadiens, he got cut. If I was Montreal Canadiens right now against Washington, because they are a good team on the transition with Chikron, Carlson, they can skate. Sandin can skate also. So for me, if I was Montreal Canadiens, I would bring a F3, a player forward, play high on the top of the blue line. So if one of my Hudsons go down, or if Cooley go down, or any defenseman go at the hash mark low, we need to be sure we have a forward cover there. Remember what happening with Diminov, right? So Montreal Canadiens, sometimes they are really confusing behind the net. I didn't see so what happening there, guys? All the Montreal Canadiens right now are looking for the puck. We completely lose the guy in front of the net. This is the responsibility. I'll be honest with you, I don't like a Kapanen or anyone there. And then the Montreal again on the board, the guys you can see right now beside the ref. But this guy, he have nothing to do there. He should not be there. We have to be sure we cover the front net to have nobody there. And this is the missing Montreal Canadiens. How many times they got caught in the last 10 game? One of the two players or opening team or one player behind the net beat the defenseman, bring a point in front of the net, and we have a goal there. And this is not supposed to happen all the time. Now, see, remember, guys, another commitment over there. Commitment, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens. Dimitrov, right, is at the blue line. We have Hudson to the board. We have Cooley beside the right, beside the goalie. We have two forward over there. Dimitrov, he make a mistake there because of decision making. Dimitrov should realize we also the player take a picture in front of you. Yeah, it's easy. Look for the four other player in front of you. Where are they? So Dimitrov there, he tried to shoot the puck through that. And you have a black shot for Chicago, a turnover, and now they are coming back and they scored the third goal of the game and they beat Montreal 4-2 in overtime. So Dimitrov on that moment, he had to hold the puck longer and to figure out, look, I had no room in front of the net anyway. So gave back the puck to Hudson or skate with the puck. It was his biggest mistake from Dimitrov is to try to show the puck a create because nobody there. Hudson was already, guys, at the hash mark. So bad decision for the Montreal Canadiens. I talk about overcommitment. Hudson on the board, and we have Cooley beside the net. Montreal have become better. Finally, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens, a 5-man on zone movement. That's what I'm talking about. See, Mike Madison's coming down, right? When he's coming down that way, we have maybe New York in front of the net. Laney's coming on the top. We have to be sure we have a third forward cover they cover the blue line for the Montreal Canadiens. So Madison coming down. It's just a men's 5 zone for the Montreal Canadiens, not big deal. Now, here the Washington Capitals, guys, how do you play? Right? And we see that picture there, so we forget about that. But the Washington Capitals, guys, this is what you do. You can see right now 2 forward. You can see number 14, I believe, McMichael, number 24. He cut the pass from the board from the tank. And they have right now we have maybe Pierre-Luc Dubois is coming to the board on the goal line. So what do you do, guys? They put pressure. That time was Marcus Patterson for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So the Montreal now Washington is always like this: 2 forward behind the goal line. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Forecheck, forecheck, forecheck. So to defend that, you have to be sure you are going to do quick decision, and you want to have a forward helping the defenseman deep zone to be sure they have that kind of the solution for the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, my last one, guys. The Washington play a lot a 1+ box on the neutral zone and on the defensive side. So what do you do that, guys? They cut completely the middle of the ice, and they want to have the player for the opening team bring the puck to the board, and they have no room from the middle. And you can see the player for the Washingtons coming down behind you. Hook about that. So this is the kind of system the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals are going to do against the Montreal Canadiens, and they have to be sure Montreal react very well about that. This is what Martin Saint is going to talk to the players, going to explain to them how Washington play and how they can defend them and how they can beat them at the end of the day. So I apologize, guys, don't follow the stem. Denis Chernikov, Hudson got his pretty hard twice into the board last few games. That's I got to that one. Sorry, Savard too. Billy Bush Savard has a cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jason, first players play off for Sakoski. Could be another glycerin for him or not. We'll see what happening there, guys. We consider, guys, we'll give you a little bit more information before we move on. Here, the Montreal Canadiens, the reason they can beat the Washington Capitals. First thing, the first line. Montreal need Zuski, Caulfield, Sakoski. If that line cannot produce again the Washington Capitals, we are under trouble. That line approximately 40% the most point for the Montreal thing for all the line we got so far. And then the power play. Power play Montreal is 3-33 or 36 in the last couple of games. They cannot put the puck in the net. So hopefully Dimitrov can make it fun right there. on that one. But the power play need to become better, and Laney is responsible of that power play. And Edzuzeli, Cooley, Zuski, and Montembo. A center, a defenseman, a goalie. If one of the three cannot perform well, Montreal is in trouble. They lead the Montreal Canadiens by position. Goalie is the best defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens on both sides of the game. Montembeau, he needs to stop the puck. He cannot give one or two more fun every game. So he needs to step up. And then Zuski have to consider what he's doing. So Zuski have a big responsibility. He have to lead the offensive side for the Montreal Canadiens, and he need to lead the defensive side to cover the best line for the Washington Capitals on that one, strong with Ovechkin. So this is a big mission for Zuski during that playoff at Washington. Now we need something more for the secondary offensive. Some secondary offensive guys is honestly the bottom six. So we need Gallagher, Devorak, and Anderson play well. We need maybe Jake Evan and Eman and Amiel cannot score the goal. So they had to find to get a couple of goals left and right. And then I talk about the PK overall. The PK is pretty good the last 10 games for the Montreal Canadiens. They have to consider what they are doing. Um, Handle the pressure. You see the Ottawa Senator tonight? This is a great example for the Montreal Canadiens. If I was them, Martin Saint-Louis, I will explain what happening for Ottawa Senator. Ottawa Senator last night by the indiscipline. Is it coming from pressure? Are they coming because it's too big for them? They have to learn from that. Possible, right? So for them, they have to react better. Montreal Canadiens cannot play only because of pressure. Pressure, you have this every game. But they have to return in like they're supposed to play hockey. And I love the fact is the coach Martin Saint-Louis behind that. And then we need the second line. Demidov, Laney, and New have to produce the second line. They had to beat the Pierre-Luc Dubois, the Connor McMichael, and Tom Wilson. So a big challenge for the Montreal Canadiens for that one. Look, that was the scoring is key for the Montreal Canadiens. Here we go. Let's talk about this. I'm so typing, but I agree. You go. I have not used one tools and the box. You are free. Now we'll trade a price contract and other veteran deal expire. We can add some stud and show them the time for the cup. Montebo has to be at the top of his game. And a lot of great comment, guys. The chat love you sharing each other, and that's about that. Now I'm going to give you a bit more, guys. And like I said, tonight is more about how we can beat Washington. First of all, guys, Montreal have to stay healthy. That's simple. When we lost one specific player, Eneman, at the beginning was Laney, and then we lost Eneman. Montreal have nobody in the lineup. Until now, we have Demidov. But we lost Dak. We have Bissada guys to pick up the spot after that. Now we are captain also. But Montreal need to stay healthy. That will give them to play the full line constantly, back to back to back to back. Now, play is best option for the Montreal Canadiens. So, the best option I'm talking about, guys, is about maybe Demidov could be on the first line. Maybe Demidov can play on unit number one. If Martin Louis see something to give them a better chance to win, does not hesitate to do it. You have to do it. In my opinion. Like many of you guys, you stuck with Wilson. Wilson going to destroy Montreal Canadiens. Wilson is going to be the best player for the Washington Capitals, and Wilson is going to kill everybody on the ice. We need Jacky. We cannot talk about Wilson, guys. They have 19 other players on the ice. It will be part of the system for checking. You're going to see that tomorrow, guys. The first 10 minutes, you're going to see them, the red team, going to play all the way over the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night. The forecheck will be excellent for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal had to respond for that part over there. The gamer need to game. So when I'm talking about games, the gamer, Montreal Canadiens sometimes they play too fancy. Montreal Canadiens need to drive to the net. The gamer need to game is to be sure the Montreal Canadiens step up on the dirty area. crash to the net, play in front of the net, pay the price, block shot, cover your men properly, better decision making. Sometimes the best game is not about the fastest one, is to slow the game. Slow the game, they give better chance to give you maybe more space area. And this is about decision making. So the Montreal Canadiens have to some point to become now the gamer need to game. And I'm talking about all of them. And finally, the Montreal Canadiens fans, you and the people at the Bell Center can play a big role for the team. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't like the Leaf a lot, right? I don't cheer for the Leaf. But tonight, the Scotia Bank and Arena in Toronto was maybe the louder fans crowd I never heard from that team since they make the playoff year after year, the last 8 years. Tonight it was loud over there. So when the Montreal Canadiens are going to play at home, they need to support them. They need to cheer them. And if they lose tomorrow, we need to be sure we don't blame anyone. We don't blame anyone. That's why we go in seven. I have to be careful to not put too much pressure on the middle. NHL is totally different level. Interesting about that. You can see, guys, would you like a sleep? Welcome. You can see, guys, I don't expect any chance in the half for the first two games from Luca. Can be, like I said, guys, I did not put a lot of things right now on the middle. If you hear my conversation when my mic is not mute, but I did not put too much on the middle. Is an extra player for the Montreal Canadiens. It could become that best option for the Montreal Canadiens. This is on my wild card over there. So we'll see what happening for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's conclude, guys. The reason how Montreal can win against Washington Capitals, and my prediction is on 7 game. Coach, do you think Lenny Newhook and Dimidov could have chemistry? I don't like Lenny flip the switch. I said, how do you uh, fly far under is here's what's happening, guys. I think Dimidov take 4 day off that we pay him more to play better. I think New Hook play also good on that line. Um, that line, it's all about Martin Saint Louis TOI. How are you going to use them? Are you going to be the third line on Montreal, the second line, or the fourth line? I don't have no clue uh, about that. Martin Saint Louis, in my opinion, have to react better and adjustment that on that game for me. Lenny will be totally need to be that check. Hit the like button. PS for Nation Arcade Tournament was also quite loud at Bell Center. Yeah, again, USA. Um, about that. I know you guys, you talk about UF3 and that chat. I did not follow the conversation. I apologize, guys. I did not do it. Uh, but what I want to explain to you guys is this. UF3, if we're going to take all the UF3 signed the last 3 years, approximately only 30% bring back the value of the trade of the UF3. Only 30%. I believe it's not the best way to build your team, the UF3. I believe it's better to make a trade about that. Now, it could happen. You can get a good UF3, but because a UF3, you have to know who they are, their character. Can that UF3 fit in the Montreal Canadian culture? If that player did he win the playoff before? If he played big games during his career, and it's not working. Look what happened with Nashville. Stamkos, Marchessault, and Sekech. When you make too many changes, no work. Can they sign one player UFA? Absolutely yes. But they have to do a better homework to figure out if that player is going to fit inside of Montreal Canadiens, and it will be exactly what they're looking for. So I'll be really, really careful, me, at UFA. It's not my way to build a team. It's a player UFA is to add something we don't have, but I will not put that kind of money, a lot of money on that one. At least you're a special player, right? So for me, the trade will be a better value for the Montreal to increasing that thing. Now I'm going to get this. I want to have two big subjects, and then we are done, guys. E2, he left the building because he disagree with me. I'm going to ask you a question. Answer me yes or no. Just this. Don't tell me why. Don't put me everything. The question is this: the Montreal Canadiens roster tonight without Demidov. Now, don't put Demidov in the lineup. The Montreal Canadiens roster, the Montreal Canadiens tonight without Demidov. Do you consider this team a playoff team? And do you think a Montreal Canadiens without Demidov next season and the next season with the same roster they have are going to be a playoff team constantly? Just tell me yes or no. If yes, you believe that team is a playoff team. Now, of course, they are in the playoff today. But is it because that team, the roster they have right now, are a great team to constantly to make the playoff year after year? So I just want to see now in the chat, just tell me yes or no. There you go. Bear said no. I really believe that team going to make the playoff next year with the same lineup. You say yes. Okay. Without Demidov, no. Exactly, Jason. That's the reason I said that without Demidov. I'm going to pick up 5 more in the chat. Julien Wiseman, Vizna said no. Thanks, Julien, to be with us. Don't forget, guys. If I don't say hi to you guys, I apologize when I'm alone. I look at the mic, and now I need to check my mic also at the camera. But that about that. I need 3 more. I want to know from Luc Laporte. I need maybe Mark, maybe like that. Billy said no. Same roster, Luc Laporte said no. Yes, they are getting there, Peter August, because we are missing a second center, Excel. Pete Martin said no. Fortune, Victoria said no. See, most of you said no. And one reason behind that, guys, they are minus 22 at the goal differential. At 5 versus 5, they cannot put the puck in the net. The roster is not good enough, in my opinion, to constantly to be back in the year after year in the lineup and as a playoff team. The Montreal Canadiens this year they make the playoff because there are many circumstances happening in NHL. All right, the Boston falling apart, the New York Rangers falling apart. How many of you guys put the New York Rangers out of the playoff this year? The Detroit did not play at the high level they were supposed to be, and the Montreal Canadiens overall they stay healthy all year long. In my opinion, I don't think that team is a playoff team. They make it. We have to give credit. I don't disrespect them. They did 91 points. I understand that. But you cannot say that team is a playoff team at long term. You cannot. It's happening that way. It's just happening that way. You have to give credit for what they accomplished. But the roster, in my opinion, that team is not a playoff team. They are not. If you put them on the Western Conference, Montreal is not make the playoff. They are not a good lineup to get there. All right? The goaltender situation, the second center is not there. The defenseman overall, it's not great. They're missing a couple of pieces. I believe they're missing 6, 7 pieces to become a good team. I believe with Demidov next year, if they don't have a second center, guys, Montreal Canadiens maybe not make the playoff next year. How I feel about that. If they can add a second center with Montreal Canadiens, with Demidov and Laney, Montreal Canadiens going to make a playoff, and they're never going to return. They're going to be the playoff guy for the next 5, 6, 7 years, Montreal Canadiens. In my opinion, maybe 8 years. But they need better element in the team to get there. And it's rare a rebuilding team make the playoff after 4 years. This is the youngest team in NHL to make the playoff. So I have to respect them. But my opinion, that team is not a playoff team yet. You have too many missing pieces of the puzzle. The time we tell us about that. The best is on the because the Rangers choke. Great point. Look, that's exactly what I'm thinking about that. Was Washington a playoff team last season? They make it minus 37, Peter. Right? Last year. So what's happening, Peter? Are they have the same roster this year compared to last season? They make it the last game last season because other teams did not step up, Peter. But look what's happening. They trade for Sandon at the end of the year. They got Chick Run. They got two goaltender. They got Thompson. Uh, Lindgren, well, I'm not sure Lindgren was there. Uh, Pierre Dubois, Mathieu Penny, Duane. You can see there, right? They can play like that, Peter. So the Montreal Canadiens cannot return that way with the same roster. They need to add piece of the puzzle if they want to return in the playoff next year. Nothing against them, guys. Now, I want to finish this two-part, guys. Martin Saint Louis decision. From a Pee Wee coach to become a nomination possible of the Jack Adam Trophy. Martin Saint Louis. Martin Saint Louis, guys, some people don't like him. How many times they want to fire him, or sometimes said he's not a great coach. The only reason who they are is because Martin Saint Louis. At first, of course, the player play well, they play, but Martin Saint Louis is the key of the success of the team. No doubt in my mind, it's because of him. All the players like Martin Saint Louis. Martin Saint Louis will bring players don't want to play in Montreal and they want to play in Montreal because of Martin Saint Louis, and that player can play with Demidov. Martin Saint Louis changed completely the culture. Martin Saint Louis, he's been there. Martin Saint Louis is a motivator. Martin Saint Louis believe on his players. Martin Saint Louis, most of the players step up, become better. Martin Saint Louis understand what happened with Josh Anderson last year. Josh Anderson, he was bad last year because he was too complicated with him. Josh Anderson had to learn to play hockey, but not complicated. Martin Saint Louis said, I need to understand why Josh did not play well last season. And he understood to give him a role as a PK, and Anderson become better this season. Look what happened with Jake Evans. And I can go that way. The players in Montreal Canadiens love Martin Saint Louis. Interesting interview today about Martin Saint Louis from the Athletic. They will ask all the players, what do you believe happening after the game against Washington Capitals? And what Martin Louis said to this for his speech. Len Hudson opened the door. Len Hudson said, the best speech I heard this year from Martin St. Louis, it was burn the boat. So what happening, guys, is speech was about all the players on the boat, they're going to be on the island. They go on the island. Then they burn the boat. So they have to live on the island. They cannot come back home. So they ask the player, how you can do on the island together? Yeah, no return. Oh my God, Vegas hit the linesman. So, point behind that, Hudson learned something about what a team can do together on the island. They have to take care about themselves. Every people on the island have to be sure everybody stay alive. So they have to be helping other players. You have to serve other players. You have to care about other players to sit together on the island. It was a special speech. Then, after another game, they asked what Martin St. Louis was the speech. And they want to see Sakaski. Sakaski said, I remember, but not remember a lot. So he said, I'm not sure about that. I don't want to talk about this. He said, go see another players. They go to see Mike Madison. Mike Madison said, yeah, it was about this, but I cannot tell you exactly what it was a speech. They want to see Samuel Montembeau. And Samuel Montembeau said, uh, no, I cannot talk about this. So they have something inside of that thing from Martin St. Louis that trust about the players. Why? All the team, all the players, they don't want talking about that speech. I don't know. And we are no answer. But at the end, the trust on Martin St. Louis he gave to the players is with respect for the players for Martin St. Louis. And the only way the Montreal can win with that kind of roster, guys, because Martin St. Louis make them better individually and as a team. This is what Martin St. Louis bring to the table for the Montreal Canadiens. And no doubt in my mind, the way he talked with them, the way he made them, the way he sit with them, and the way they believe on them, the way they trust them, the way they respect them, the way he care about them. You want to be sure the player understand that they are all in, they buy in. And that's the reason the Montreal Canadiens are in the playoff today. This is the question I ask you. Do you think that roster is a playoff team? No. But because of Martin St. Louis, make that team believe what they need to do to win the day every single day, to practice with enthusiasm, with smile, with positivity around the team. That's what the reason who they are. To understand, to become a better hockey player, it's not about put the puck in the net, but to understand, you have to play the 200 feet game. That's what Cold Coffee happening. And I can go all the way like that. I apologize, guys, when I'm talking like this, one to one in the mic. I don't see the comments in the chat. So I apologize if I don't answer to your question. I don't bring anything about that. I just want to share it with you guys. Martin St. Louis is the reason the Montreal Canadiens who they are today. They're going maybe to lose against Washington Capitals, but this is the best experience they can learn at early age to learn to how to play in the playoff that will pay off a long term. So whatever happening tonight, guys, okay, whatever happening tonight, don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about what happening for the Montreal. Winning, losing, it's not a big deal. Right? It's all about the learning process for the Montreal Canadiens. So we'll see happening again in Washington Capitals. Let's see what we got in the chat right there. The ad already won the season. Pete, this is the cherry on the top. No pressure now. Saves a replacement ref. I talk about the Vegas Golden Knight and the Minnesota 1-1. The linesman got hurt. P.S. Hudson did help, but is the coach first, then the big players, then the whole team together. Roy Anderson, Matrosen spent 4 years and University of State book smart. You're right about this. Roy was with a content mouth with Eric Perrin. Luc Everson, a question: what percentage would you give Martin Zimmer for the success of the team? All right, this is a good question. Uh, Look, if you ask this question to Martin Saint Louis, I know because I've been there. Look, it was said, it's not me, it's the player you have to give credit. That's all. A coach is humble. A coach will never take any credit for what we accomplish. Said that, I believe it's 50-50. But again, you can be a best coach in the NHL or any level you coach, AAA, AA, or uh, a C or a B, everything like that. The coach make its friends only, only, our will be only when the player all in and they buy in. That's all. If you have a bad apple in the team or two bad apple guys, you're done. You're done. You have to trade them. At the young team, when I was coaching, all the way to the junior. My only I was concerned the most is to give them the best experience as a hockey game, as a hockey team, to learn live experience. If you can do that, you win at the end of the year. So if the player buy your program, and if the parents are inside and buy in also, but this is the best thing you can do for the young players. And NHL is different, right? They are adult, married, everything like that. But I'm telling you right now, Martin St. was here with us, now he said, no, it's not about me, it's about the players. Give them credit. I could be wrong, but I feel. Politicien answer Luc Lapoisson, Martin St. Louis is perfect from this young team, and they are both getting better with win a cup. Pete Martin. Luc laugh about this. Uh, Roy Hudson, where was the draft after the Queen used draft? No other GM saw it. Yeah, Leonardson was 62 overall pick. Um, the players or the team was concerned about his size. Uh, that's the thing I can tell you about that. Those we are just happy you are not mute about this. Yeah, me too. I'm very happy about this for that one over there. And I'm going to finish this. Lafrenière, what is your interest? You probably know more than Mose Roy Anderson. Is it a question to ask me what it would be to get Alexis Lafrenière? He's a good winger. But here's my biggest concern about Alexis Lafrenière. And I could be wrong completely. How he will accept the pressure to play Montreal Canadiens. I have no answer about that. But Alexis Lafrenière is really a good. No penalty interference right there. See that call? No interference on that call. Now the referee got hit. Lafrenière, under Martin St. Louis, I feel he could be good. But how he will accept the pressure, this I have no answer for that one. Larry, Pete, Fleur surprisement, all scout, Pete Martin, affair with Sakeski, Eleni. I'm not sold on Lafrenière yet. He's still young, but I'm not sold. Okay, we're going to finish with the clash, if you don't mind. I think it would be fun to finish with the clash, and we will get out there. Please comment on defensemen going on their knees, not the skate at one killing penalty. But this is a new way bear to play compared was before in the past, right? They go like you can see Madison or Savard or Cooley, whatever they are. And when they do that, they cut the line. They cut the lane of the pass on the back door. That's the only reason you do that. You can become a little bit, get beat if the player hold the puck longer, right? But when you do that, you eliminate the backdoor pass. That's the reason you see that more often now compared to the pass, right? Uh, you cannot do this all the time. But when you have the player like Kucherov or McDavid, like Tressadol, you don't want to give that puck on the back door for that. Like Ovechkin, guys, against Washington, you're not going to see Savard on his belly all night long because Senko's uses one-timer shot. But it's 50-50, guys. Sometimes you get burned also. Sunway is a perfect fit for Montreal, like Brenda Moore at Calgary. I can be a great leader for years to come. Steve McNair was. And the class guy, we're going to finish with that. I have 6 questions for you, and let me know what you think. It's absolutely or not at all. You have one or two answer about that. Here we go. Most point versus Washington. Nick Suzuki for the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to have the most point against Washington Capitals. Absolutely or not at all. I'll get used to do that and needs right all the time. Yep. I'll. You cannot skate fast. No, just kidding. So I'll give you about 1 minute on that one, guys. Do you think the most point versus Washington is Nick Suzuki? Yes or no? Absolutely or not at all? We're missing 2 likes to get 50, guys. Nick say yes, absolutely for Bear. Thank Bear to be with us tonight. I like Joey to be with us. Hopefully to come back more often. Alex, yes. Throne, GC back in the house. Abs, Pete, absolutely. Ovidio said absolutely. So most of the people go with that one. Billy also, I think Arson take it. There you go. Ron, go with not at all on that one. Here we go. We're going to go fast, guys, because we are late on that one. And then Demidov a 5 point minimum in that series. Even Demidov a 5 point with the Montreal Canadiens during that series against the Washington Capitals. Absolutely or not at all. Interesting. We see who is agree or disagree. Same here, absolutely for Guy. Thanks for the spread shot tonight. Mile with Larry and with also Mark and Guy. I'm actually Barry Wilkie. Here we go. You see my wife iPad. All good, Bear. Like it, Barry. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Yes, Pete, absolutely. Look, 50 likes. Thanks so much on that one. Do we have any other body? Alex, yes, absolutely. Barry, Billy, Ovidio. No, for drone QC. Here we go. When we get the no, absolutely for Ron, it saves. Yes, great for all you answer, guys. Monday Boat finished with a goal again average of 2.65 and lower. Do you think Montebo he will finish with 2.65 and lower to beat the Washington Capitals, or you expect him to have a higher goal again? Depend on the ice time. So no, look, you're right about that. Look, TY could be a problem for Demidov. But you just need to play one period. Look, he put 2 points. Larry said yes, not allowed for run. Well, 1-1 from Montebo. We're going to give us about 1 minute, guys, to answer to me. Montebo, no shot, save, no chance. Maybe he want to said. So Montebo would finish higher for save 2-1 for the not allowed. We have not allowed 3-1, Pete, not allowed 4 from Barry. Lower Guy 3-2. PS 4.5 point, 8, 9 points again, 13, 14, 15. ADS plus Connie Smite, absolutely for Billy. 4-3 for not allowed. Luke Laverson, no. Alex, no. We are play against Ovechkin, no. So most of the time, get Montembeau cannot get it. Here we go. Hudson at 6 point, Caulfield at 3 goals, a plus. Absolutely not allowed. Both have to be together, guys. Hudson 6 point, Caulfield 3 goals. I will not be surprised if we see Dobesh in the game. Exactly, yeah. I miss those kind of questions. True, over, under, or impact, or exact. Here we go. Hudson 6 point, Caulfield 3 goals, a plus. Absolutely not allowed. Larry say yes. Yes, Guy. PS Guy, yes. Luke say yes. Oh, wow. You expect Montreal to have a lot of points. Remember, Washington is the best, one of the best goal again. Goal, yeah. Absolutely for run. Pete, absolutely. Wow. Everybody go absolutely. Wow. Barry said no for Hudson or Caulfield. Here we go. Barry is the only one said no on that one. Interesting, guys. Go Abs, go Pete. Next one, guys. Ovechkin scored 4 goals a plus on that series against the Montreal Canadiens. For Ovechkin, 4 goals a plus. Ovechkin, absolutely not allowed. Yes for Ovidio. For Ovechkin. What happened to the quiz? I miss losing. Look, I need to do more often. Look, I think it was fun. David Abbey said no. Absolutely for run. Easy 4 plays. Here we go. So far, Larry is the only one saying no against Ovechkin. Ovi will have a hat trick this series. Not allow Billy. Billy, Luc Lafortune, and Larry said all no for Ovechkin. Not allow Barry. Alex, obviously, yes for Alex. There we go. About that one over there. One we can add are going to have to make sure it's not just the top line scoring run. That's a good point. And finally, guys, the last question of the night. Absolutely not allowed. That series is going to be finished in 6 game minimum or 7 game. Um, absolutely not allowed. No comment on Ovechkin question, Pete. But I'm a Abs fan, Larry. All good, my friend. The series is going to be in 6 game or 7 game. I guess just hit the pose. Absolute, Larry, absolute. That's 2 and 2. Wait for about a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. 7 video. Barry 6. 7 for Steve. Absolute for Billy. Yes for Luke. Yes, this would be a battle for Alex for this clash on the Montreal Canadiens tonight. There was a clash. That's it. That's all, guys. Everything starts tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m. Join me live between the Washington and the Montreal Canadiens, and have a surprise for you tomorrow night, guys. Come to see me tomorrow night. I have a first time you're going to see something live from the Hockey Nation, the Ab Nation. Ça finit, mon Nicolas. Voilà, mon Nicolas, ça finit. But before we leave, guys, wanted to be sure Montreal to play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Go Nicolas Dodo. Pete Martin, go Abs, go. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like if you don't mind. That'd be great. Let's see what we got here. I want to be sure I don't turn off my mic. I don't. Great show, Coach Ron. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate for all of you to be a part of the show. Don't forget Tuesday night, the first game of the Florida Panthers against Tampa Bay Lightning. And we're going to follow after that, possible the King Oilers too. About one. If it goes 7 game app win, obviously I'm taking cap and 6. But please, please, please shock me. Go Abs, go Abs, go for all video. And all the people, guys, thanks so much to be a part of the show tonight. An extra hour with all of you turned to be a 90-minute. I can talk all night, but the first 5 minutes I was stuck myself. It was a warm up with a mic mute. I cannot believe it. I did that. I think it's the first time I do that. Maybe it happened before, but not like this. Like I talked for 5 minutes with a great conversation by myself. It's happened mistake. Me, I'm always laughing about mistake. It is what it is. What a great night, guys. I was incredible. Thanks so much. Ron, the moderator, was with us tonight. Many of you guys that was with us. I want to thank all the super chat. Miles T, Larry, Mark, Guy did it, guys. So thanks for everybody. Without you, it would be impossible to the channel come back. A triple header for me, guys. Here right now is 10:36. I start to work at 2 o'clock a.m. Not said to give me like, coach, you're crazy. No, it's just I love it. It's the best time. If I could, I think I would do the next game of the biggest, but it's already at the second player, so I cannot do it. But the only reason, guys, we get better and better and better, because not on me, because all of you deserve the credit because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly the reason we are here every single night. Because of all of you. Without you, this would be impossible. We're not a big channel. We're not great like everybody else. But the one thing we have a good time together. And sometimes, life, not about the money in the bank, not about the house, not about the car. It's about people with a good heart. People are there for others. They serve, they care, and they help. It's all about. So maybe we are only few, or we have the quality over the quantity. That's the most important thing, guys. Biggest score on power play goal, take the lead 2-1 against Minnesota. Paul Torofiev scored a goal against the Minnesota Wild 2-1. Power play goal, guys. The power play is so important right now in the playoff, and you cannot take the penalty box. That's all. One other late show, and of course the Hockey Nation show. I wear 20 seconds. The music will be off, guys. I did not do anything yet. Be well, be out. Find a way not only dominate your day, or find a way to dominate the first half, or what? Someone said 2025. Second late, the Hockey Nation, the Ab Nation want to tell you one thing. We love you, friends. That's all we got. The music will be out. Not big deal, guys. That we can finish that way. And like we do at the end, we want to thank all of you guys. I can wait to see you tomorrow night. Until then, my friend. Oh. Here we go. Good night, everybody. Happy Eastern. And can't wait to see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Game number 1 between the Washington Capitals and the Montreal Canadiens. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night. And of course, booyah! I'm out.